to all my little friends. Welcome to the ISA activity. You have some of the children have already done. We'll be sharing this PPT today with you. This activity was done with some children in the Salt Lake branch, and the name is Waste Management in the United Kingdom and in the United States of America. So let's get going to the next slide, please. Okay, now let us talk about waste. There are various types of wastes. You all know, whatever we don't use, we put it in the bins. But let me talk about waste over here. Waste are the unwanted materials that are not prime products. That prime means important products. Waste may be generated during the extraction of raw materials, the processing of raw materials into the intermediate and final products. Means they are talking about factories where you are making products and byproducts are sometimes used, and the other other products which are not used, they are thrown in the bins. The consumption of final products and human activities. Residual, recycled or reused at the place of generation are excluded. So you all read up the waste, what is waste, and you will come to know the various kinds of waste in the other slides coming in. Next slide, please. Food waste. We waste a lot of food. There are two main kinds of wasted food. One is food loss and one is food waste. You can see in the picture the overflowing bin with so much of garbage all fallen. It's not filling in there. It's not, one dustbin is not enough. Food loss is a bigger category, and it incorporates any edible food that goes uneaten at any stage. Food waste includes the half-eaten meal left on the plate. You can see the recycling of the food waste in the plant, and we should not waste food. These pictures are actually pertaining to the two countries we are speaking about, that is about the United Kingdom and the USA, United States of America. So let us, children, let us not waste food. Whatever is given in our plates, let us try to eat and complete eating so that we don't waste food. Take how much ever you can eat. Don't overfill your plates. Okay, next slide. Look at this. This is composting. Another way of recycling of food is composting. Some of the children at the Salt Lake branch has already, so the main Salt Lake center has already done this composting and mixing with the soil and also growing of plants. What is composting? Another way of recycling of food is composting. Compost is rich in nutrients. It is used, for example, in gardens, landscaping, horticulture, urban agriculture, and organic farming. The compost itself is beneficial for the land in many ways, including as a soil conditioner and a fertilizer. Now, compost is also of two types. Let me tell you, just for your knowledge, it is, decaying of plants, the plants which are dead and cannot be live again. They are also used in the compost. They are compost themselves. And the waste that we take from the vegetables, like peeling the potatoes, the potato peels, the cauliflower, which is the part which we don't eat. So, onion skin, all these are used as compost and mixed with the soil when it's decayed, and it gives very good nutrient to the plants. Next slide, please. Plastic waste, which is of great importance. First of all, let us say no to plastic. No plastic bottles, no plastic plates, no plastic anything, bags. Let us be very, very careful because we are damaging our universe through plastic. Can you see the amount of plastic? It's in the plastic plant in the UK for recycling, and the other waste that are thrown, near the sea or the ocean. Just see, plastic is an extremely durable, highly flexible, and inexpensive to produce. Unfortunately, it is terribly detrimental. Detrimental means it harms the environment. Plastic pollution has hit public consciousness in a big way. So we are realizing that, plastic is not good for use at all, not even for our health and not for the environment. Around the world, governments and global citizens are already working to tackle this unnecessary plastic waste we throw out in our day-to-day lives. So let us stop using plastic and throwing them away. Say no to plastic, children. Akebare na. Next slide. Please keep it in mind that these things are being shown from the countries UK and the US of A. Okay, electronic waste, another waste which are recycled nowadays, and it's of great use. We are using electronic gadgets like anything, use and throw. New things are coming, old things are being thrown off, new things are being bought. So according to the United Nations, it's also called the UN, around 50 million metric tons of electronic products are discarded everywhere, every year. Can you imagine what a high capacity of waste of electronic goods? E-waste is the world's fastest growing waste stream, sorry. There are several reasons for the increase. The world's population is growing and economic prosperity reaches more people. So, economic means you have more money, you have more power to buy stuff and change and use and throw as you wish. Technological development is fast paced and price of IT products are dropping, leading to shorter product lifespan. So, we have a mobile phone. Okay, a new mobile phone comes in. We say, no, we don't want this. So this is discarded or exchanged. But over there, in the foreign nations, they don't exchange anything. They just throw it off. So, and they buy a new product because of their economic capacity is higher, very high than in India compared to our country. Next slide, please. This is a very important segregation of waste materials which are followed in these two countries, in the United Kingdom and in the United States of America. You see segregations, you can see the segregations. The blue is for, paper, green is for glass, the orange is for plastic materials, red is for e-waste, which we just, electronic waste materials. Metal is for, is thrown in the yellow bin, and organic is thrown in the black bin. And in India, we use two bins right now. One is for wet waste and for dry waste. Wet goes into the green and dry goes into the blue. So segregation of different type of waste, that is, waste can be categorized based on materials such as paper, plastic, glass, metal, and organic waste. We at Salt Lake Center, we have done, the children have done these three waste of wet, dry, and organic. Okay. This solid waste disposal must be managed systematically to ensure environmental best practices. So you can see the segregation of paper, plastic, glass, metal, and organic waste. All these are segregated and sent for recycling and making of other products. byproducts. You can say recycling of making of new byproducts. Okay, next slide. Waste recovery. From waste, how much do we recover? Recovery of waste means any operation, the principal result of which the waste serving a useful purpose by replacing other materials. So through composting, you can see through landfill, filling up of land with waste materials, it's 42%. Waste recovery, sorry, is 42%. And through composting, it's 32%. And recycling is 26%. That makes the total makes 100%. Okay, 42 plus 32 plus 26 is 100%. Okay, so look into it and try to remember it and try to memorize things, and so that you are able to tell your friends as well. Okay, I think it's done. Thank you so much for listening, and I hope I was able to give you some information useful to you. Now I gladly hand over to Averina ma'am for